Hello everyone, welcome back at my YouTube channel or any other platform where I'm posting these videos. This time at the third sequel or continuation of the crime and criminal vocabulary, and today, as I promised to you at the previous video, criminals categories. As an English language learners, and we are all actually still learners, expanding your vocab across diverse fields is crucial. In this segment, you will focus on different categories of criminals, which can offer intriguing insights into crime-related conversations and narratives in English. So when you are talking about crime in general, about victims or criminals or offenses or anything concerning crime, it's very good that you actually expand the vocab more and more, not only the types of the crimes or the types of the criminals, but criminal categories. The first one is actually violent criminals, who are individuals who commit crimes that involve physical harm or force against others. This category includes murderers, assaulters, robbers, and kidnappers, which we know already these words: murderer, assaulter, robber, kidnapper, thieves maybe. These are all violent criminals because usually they cause the physical harm or some force, yes, to get somewhere. The next one is property criminals, who are offenders who commit crimes against property, such as burglary, theft, arson, and vandalism. We know burglars, thieves, arsonists, and vandals, and from that, all these people are offenders or property criminals because they usually commit crime against property. So they steal something from property, they put a fire on the property, vandalism, graffiti, or crashing something, smashing something. The next one is white-collar criminals, typically associated with individuals in business or professional positions who engage in non-violent, financially motivated crimes such as embezzlement, fraud, insider trading, and tax evasion. All these white-collar criminals are actually now very popular: scammers, fraudsters. Even in the bank environment, you can have a white-collar criminals because somebody can actually make a lot of frauds. So all these are actually including the fraud, sort of fraud or scam, insider trading, when you know the information before actually some shares or stocks are going up or going down, tax evasion, people who are actually dealing with taxes or accounting, bookkeeping. All these people might be criminals, white-collar criminals. The next one are members of organized crime or organized crime members, which is one of the most serious crime, basically. It's involved in criminal organizations that operate for financial gain through illegal activities. This is a very broad term, yes? This is like just some definition. And there might be even murderers, fraudsters, gangsters, because everything what is actually considering financial gain usually is actually involving also some sort of assault or violence and illegal activities, actually. Organized crime members. The next one are cyber criminals, which are now very popular. Criminals who use computers and technology to commit crimes such as hacking, identity theft, online scams, and spreading malware. These are now, as I'm reading a lot of times, a lot of people who lost a lot of bitcoins, money. Cyber criminals are now, and it's popular. They are very, very spread all around because the internet and social media and online world is huge. So these cyber criminals are actually using many technologies how to actually scam someone, how to get the personal information, how to hack, how to steal identity of somebody, so identity theft, or online scams of some people who just believe them or trust them in many forms. And sometimes I have to say, yes, when I'm reading some stuff, they are very, very persuasive, and they know how to actually do it in a very professional way. And many times they actually pretend, I was just reading now one article, they pretend they are from banks, and they want your something to do this to prevent the crime, and basically they are all criminals and fraudsters. Sex offenders, individuals who are convicted of sexual offenses, including rape, child molestation, and possession or distribution of child pornography. Sex offenders are also very, very, very serious criminals, because these individuals are usually using even online, especially young generation, and they can actually distribute child pornography, and they got this pornography, or they got these videos or photographs illegally. Rape of any kind, child molestation, possession, sex offenders. It's also kind of broad term, and there are many, many different actually criminals under this, or offenders. Drug offenders involved in the production, distribution, or sale of illegal drugs, as well as those who are convicted of drug possession. Drug offenders are all these drug dealers, but also higher criminals who are not really dealing on the street the drugs, but actually who are trafficking the drugs, who are smuggling the drugs, produce the drugs, distribute it, selling it, and illegal drugs especially. Yes. We know that we have hard drugs, we have soft drugs, but now it depends really on territory and the region and the country, what is actually allowed and what is not allowed, and which substance is illegal and which substance is already like legal in some quantities. We know that it's actually very, very different in each region of the planet. Juvenile offenders, minors who commit crimes while under the age of majority, typically subject to different legal processes and systems. Juvenile offenders means that they are not actually reaching the age of adults. Usually it's across the European Union and across half of the world, I think 18. For some acts, it might be 21. But juvenile offenders are usually minors, so under 18. And they have different processes and different systems. So, of course, these people can be drug offenders, sex offenders, cyber criminals, organized crime members, murderers, killers. They can be anything, but because they are minors, the legal system and processes are very different, and of course they end up arrested or somehow in some institute. But the law and the judges are taking a different way. I think all around the world, of course, in some countries it's different. Gang criminals, individuals affiliated with criminal gangs, involved in various criminal activities such as drug trafficking, violence, and intimidation. Gang criminals, it means that they are all sort of criminals, fraudsters, trafficking of the women, men, juvenile, minors, children, violence and intimidation. So they blackmail or intimidate some groups of people, businessmen or somebody, to actually gain some financial resources. Gang criminals can be, it's usually gang, so it's usually a group of people involved in various criminal activities. So yes, it's usually about drugs or money laundering or money getting, and actually it's connected with violence. And gang criminals can be actually, all these gangs started like gangs, and it might happen that they get into the point of mafia and criminals and members of mafia. Repeat offenders, criminals with a history of multiple offenses and encounters with law enforcement. Law enforcement is actually all these institutions and all these organs who are actually trying to apply the law and order in the particular country or region. And repeat offenders means that these people are repeatedly doing the same crime or crimes which are connected or related or associated with some crime. Usually it's stealing, thefts, robberies, burglar, it might be even murders. So with this crime vocabulary, you've broadened your understanding of the English language. Keep practicing it, and all these phrases, words, and usually these words are consist of two words, these terms, and they will significantly enhance your grasp of English content, especially those revolving around crime and law enforcement. It's always good to actually broad and make your vocabulary bigger, deeper, and using all these terms actually make you look, and also you will feel that you can grasp English vocab in a much deeper and better way. Thank you very much. See you next time.